A long-term club sponsor and Catalan Dragons supporter who passed away recently. The players anxious to get on with proceedings, as no doubt will be referee James Child and his fellow officials. Well, the Catalan Dragons, having lost their opening game against St Helens, of the two sides, I would guess that they took more comfort out of the weekend. Castleford, having led 22 points to 6, to let that lead slip was bad enough. To let its lead slip to Wakefield made it even worse.
Well, it was just in the final 11 minutes that game went away from them, and Darryl Powell was not so happy come the end of that game, because they did enough to win. And obviously, as you say, Bill, by leading 22 points to 6 against your nearest and dearest, that has to hurt. And Nathan Massey, Andy Lynch, Grant Millington, Oliver Holmes, Junior Moores on that right edge, I'm sure are going to go out there and try and prove their worth and just put a few dents in this Catalan side. And Scott Juror, well, he's a huge addition to this Catalan side.
It's almost like having a new player, isn't it? Great to see Scott Juror back in action after the problems he's had with that brain tumour and the ruptured bicep.
Yeah, just 10 games in 2 years for the influential halfback. We're trying to get our first look at Todd Carney, but we'll have to settle with Scott Juror instead, Bill.
Gets the game underway then in a rainy Perpignan, and the Castleford Tigers get first touch of the ball.
Move!
They have a pretty miserable record in Perpignan. I hate to bring that to the attention of Castleford supporters, but they've lost on each of their last 4 visits, including that most recent one last September, which decided the destiny of the League Leaders Shield. And they've lost 6 of 8, in fact, going to the south of France. Can this be the occasion when they get it right? They're looking immediately to get Justin Carney free. The thing on the wing, or the tank on the flank, to be more polite. But he is a big threat with this phenomenal try-scoring rate to Justin Carney.
Outside. Give 10, Scott.
Well, Bill, that first set for Castleford, they kept it tight for a couple of players, then looked to give it to Justin Carney on the wing. You've got to make sure that when you're playing against Justin Carney, you can't switch off, you can't drop back, because Castleford would shift that ball as soon as they see it. And with the likes of Ben Roberts and Luke Gay, there's two very intelligent halfbacks who will look up and they'll play what's in front of them.
Both these sides going through a bit of transformation during the close season. Players leaving, the likes of Daryl Millard and Leon Price for the Catalan Dragons, and the likes of Daryl Clark and others for the Castleford Tigers. Can they repeat the sort of standards that they set last year when they challenged the established order in Super League? Or will all these changes dilute the threat? Henderson is chasing that kick. He was going to give it a go. He's offside. Scott Moore, kindred spirit, really, those two.
He couldn't resist it, could he? Passes the ball from dummy half. And number 9's job is to get right on board, chase hard, and because of the deflection,
he's actually got the decision wrong there. It's hit a Castleford player who is charging the ball down, so the ball's being played at. So anyone in front of the kicker is then played onside. Ian Henderson was right to pick that ball up. He could have carried on.
Thanks, Stuart.
Keep coming, guys.
So first call of the game goes in favour of the Castleford Tigers.
Stand Ian.
And it's a much better side. It's got a better balance to it. Ian Henderson at 9. Of course, we've mentioned Scott Juror coming back, but he'll take charge of those last tackle plays. We see a mistake from the Castleford Tigers. You mentioned the weather, Bill. You can see the drizzle coming down. That will make the ball very greasy. Players will have to pay extra attention to the grip in contact.
Grant Millington, in fact, losing that ball as he hit the deck.
It is. It's as soon as you slam to the floor, and Louis Anderson had a good tight hold of Grant Millington, and slams him into the ground, loses possession, and in good field position as well.
So maybe justice done in favour of the Catalan Dragons after that mistake by the referee, James Child. Oh, that ball squirted out as well. And it's another knock-on.
Could it have been a high shot, that?
Yeah.
Stuart?
Certainly looked first time through. Well, that's hit him in the face, hasn't it? So, yes, high shot.
2 out of 2.
Well, there we go. Castleford get the ball back within 30 metres of the Catalan try line. And Catalan's defence, they were put under an awful lot of pressure last week at certain times in the game, especially in the first half. Defensively, they were very strong. Obviously, the second half, it was a different story.
So the Castleford Tigers getting good possession, good territory early on in this game. Couple of decisions going in their favour. Scott Moore scanning. One of several recruits who've come north from the London Broncos, Scott Moore. The Tigers willing to give it some width, but Jordan Tanzi is driven backwards. That's good defence from the Catalan Dragons, and Tanzi is able to offload. The referee had called held, I think. And very definitely called held, Stuart.
Yes, he did. I think he's called held, and he just hadn't released him. And he's passed the ball well after the tackle was called held.
Did they not have a right, Stuart, there? They're dominant in the tackle, in the ruck.
No, but if you succumb to the tackle, if you've virtually given up on the tackle and the referee calls held, that's it, finished, let go. They carried on pushing, so they were rightly penalised.
So another penalty for the Castleford Tigers. Great territory for them earlier on in this game. In fact, I don't think Catalan have been out of their half apart from the kick-off of the game. It's been all territorially the Castleford Tigers. Can they do something with that one? Oliver Holmes is tackled. Catalan Dragons virtually back on their own try line now. Lynch, whoa, Lynch is collared and clobbered by Jeff Lima. Two big men colliding there. Lynch gets to his feet to play the ball, unshaken by that. Tanzi stabs the kick in. Oh, it's a difficult one for Escuré to gather, and Denny Solomona gathered the full-back as well.
During the game, if you just have a little look at what Morgan Escuré does, he always puts himself where the ball is. Castleford trying to split the field, getting 5 defenders on each side of the play of the ball. They go wide, they can't break Catalan down, so the next option is to put a little kick in behind, and that's where Morgan Escuré was.
Good start this, though, for the Castleford Tigers. They want to continue it. They want to try and restrict the Catalan Dragons' progress. Here is their Player of the Year, Dragons Player of the Year last season. Zeb Taya had a phenomenal campaign for them, ever present throughout the season. And Willie Tonga, well, he's lasted longer in this one than he did in his debut game. That was just 12 seconds.
Well, on the last play, here's the little kick that goes through Morgan Escuré. He evades the tackle from Solomon. He keeps in the field of play. But choosing to run the ball on the last play, they hand it over. So again, Bill, they're not getting out the half. They didn't get to the kick. Lauren Fraser will be looking at that, thinking we need to finish our set better.
Move.
Well, that's their only set. It wasn't a particularly successful one. Here is Greg Muniz with the tackle on Andy Lynch. Ian Henderson in there. Remy Casti out of the side and out of the side for a while with a broken bone in his hand.
Good read from Oldfield. Needed to make that call. Had 2 attackers facing him.
One
of them was Carmen.
Oh, it's going to be another penalty, and it was Louis Anderson who was the culprit, I think.
Well, he comes out the line. And when Justin Carney's got the ball, you've got to make sure you get your body in front of him, you play it tough, but he comes out the line, and that's just a clean shoulder charge.
Yeah, he's got his arm tucked in and just turned into him, so quite rightly penalised again.
The referee's earning the wrath of the Catalan Dragon supporters with this penalty count. Another one in favour of the Castleford Tigers. Another opportunity. It's the third for the Tigers. And Luke Gale takes them down the field. Couldn't have wished for a better start than this in terms of the field position they're getting. They just need now to try and turn it into something on the scoreboard as Lynch takes the first drive. Change of direction from Gale. Opportunity here for the winger, Justin Carney.
Move on the line.
Carney, they really will keep a close eye on him. You can see. Try not give him any room, but while they concentrate on him, the likes of Ben Roberts might capitalise. Oliver Holmes now, and Holmes is stopped short. Good defence from the Catalan Dragons. That ball has been spilled, and it's another penalty. The ball was stolen, says referee James Child, and he's summoned Gregory Muniz, I think, for a chat.
That's another poor penalty. I think Castleford are showing the hand very early. They're coming back on that short side. When it looks like the ball will be going to a certain side, they're looking to bring it back, test the honesty of the defenders on the side that suppose they're not getting the ball.
One, stand up!
Carney
Wait.
drives it in.
Wait!
Fourth penalty then for the
Go!
Castleford Tigers. Ben Roberts. Millington. Held, says the referee.
Wait!
Henderson making
On the
sure this
release,
time
go.
he does relief. Oh, and that ball is spilled. And a decision goes in favour of the Catalan Dragons, and there's an ironic cheer. French irony.
Well, good defence from Catalans here. You see Scott Moore get told the pass isn't good enough for Ben Roberts. I'm not sure whether he was having a look at trying to get the ball to Luke Gale, but Ben Roberts had flashed across the back. As Ryan Sheridan's obviously getting instructions from coach Daryl Powell, who's sat in the stand.
And just to go back, you know, the point we're making about the ball being greasy, you can't be catching a ball that's slightly off target. It just lessens the percentage of success. And I'm sure Ryan Sheridan will be saying to all the ball players, and on that occasion it was Scott Moore, put it out in front, give the carrier a chance.
Here's Louis Anderson. Anderson gets the offload away. The ball is still loose. Oh, it's nearly picked up by Elliot Whitehead. Zero tackle, says the referee. And Tansey will chance his arm. And they'll bring him back. And Henderson has got a whack as he went down on that ball, just to think as Tansey looked to kick it ahead. Referee Child will bring it back for the original knock-on.
Well, Lauren Fraser will say, when we get possession, let's not throw it away. It's a wonderful break from Louis Anderson. He gets his arms free. He's a quality player. I think Henderson just catches a stray boot, does it? But he's tough enough to take stuff like that. But I think, again, the message will come down from the coach. Let's keep possession and let's try to get some field position.
They're little yardage players. When you bring the ball away, if it comes off, it looks brilliant. But unfortunately for Catalans, in the opening 10 minutes, them players are not coming off.
And they're still struggling to get out of their own half. They didn't with that set of 6, and now they're defending once more. Been their own worst enemy in this game so far, the Catalan Dragons and the Castleford Tigers. Well, it's great for them because it gives them an opportunity to settle into this game, to get last week out of their system, the last game against Wakefield. As Moore's pass out the back. Junior Moore's all wrapped up. Another one of the Tigers' close season recruits. Plenty of that done by Daryl Powell. Can they, though, repeat what they did last season? Can Carney get that down? Great finish from Justin Carney. But referee James Child will go to the video refs, Thierry Alibert and Peter Brook.
Well, the referee's awarded it, or he's sent it up to the video referee as a try. So it's up to the 2 video referees to have a look at this and to see whether there's any reason why it shouldn't be allowed. I think it's about whether he's in touch or not. He's very close to touch there, 1 foot.
There's nothing wrong with that, Stuart.
No, I think he's okay. I think the touch judge is obviously just wanting to make sure that he stayed inside.
Quick look from those from those video refs. This is Alibert and Peter Brook.
Checking touch. Got a try, we're checking touch.
So going to have another look. It's I think it's just 1 footstep of Todd Carney's, Justin Carney, that is near the touchline, and that's the one we'll be trying to look at. I think because it's come from a kick, they have to check whether they're onside, so they'll be happy with that now, and they should see whether he's in touch. Don't think he is. It's pretty close. That's it there, and the ball's down before he goes out. That'll be confirmed, and this will be the first try to Castleford.
I can't overemphasise just how much skill is involved in that try. First of all, the kick, but the catch and the ability to stay in field. Pure quality.
Try is awarded. 2nd of the season for Justin Carney. Had a fantastic 2014 with 24 tries, making him the Tigers' top try scorer. And that was a brilliant piece of finishing. He's not the most delicate of players, but that required great delicacy.
He was like a ballerina. He was like a ballerina on his tiptoes, and obviously he's aware of the sideline. I watched a game with Jonathan Thurston over in the NRL, putting kicks like that in, and Ben Roberts has done something very similar, put it right on the button, and again, the skill is in the catch and staying in field as well. Great try for Castleford.
And they've earned that. It's been a great start for the Castleford Tigers. Luke Gale from the sideline has landed an extra 2 points. That is, well, Daryl Powell couldn't have wished for more from the opening moments of this game, nor could those Castleford Tigers supporters who've made the journey to Perpignan.
Well, have a little look at Ben Roberts here. When he catches the ball off Ben Roberts, he has a little look to his left. There it is, the glance. Justin Carney making sure he's onside, and that is on the money. And I agree with Barry, to keep himself in the field of play when he's running like that. Quality play.
Been a quality start from the Castleford Tigers.
They've had all the possession, Bill, and rugby players, it's ingrained in them. It's easy when you've got the ball. You're burning up virtually no energy. But the energy that you're exerting when you're defending, not just the players in the tackle and the wrestle, in the play of the ball like that, you're running up, running back, getting up and back those 10 metres, burning valuable energy that could tell later in this first half.
That's 47 tries in 46 appearances for Justin Carney. And when you think that...
That's incredible.
Well, it is when you think that occasionally he misses a few games due to one or two disciplinary factors, or has done.
He's been a fabulous signing for Castleford. He's really bought into the environment, what's been created by the coach, Daryl Powell, and he's certainly a big asset to this side.
He's a big asset,
He is
that's
a big
for sure.
asset.
2 grand move.
So the Catalan Dragons not having the best of starts to this game. They didn't have a great time with the match officials at St Helens in round 1.
But that's telling, Bill. Very low-risk plays. That if they're not one out, it's a short drop-off inside. Let's just keep hold of the ball, get to our kick, and make Castleford come away from their own line.
Giro puts the kick in, and Jordan Tansey, on only his second fullback appearance for the Castleford Tigers since last May, just watches that one fine touch.
I think they need those low-risk players at the minute, Barry, to get back into this game. I know we're only 14 minutes into it, but because they're making mistakes, because they're giving penalties away, teams talk about just make sure if you do make a mistake, you complete your next 5 sets of 6. Now, Catalans have not been doing that, so they need to keep hold of the ball and play those low percentage players.
Castleford Tigers then with Channing bringing this ball away. Real turnaround in playing stuff for the Tigers, of course, during the close season. They'll miss the likes. I mean, they're going to miss Daryl Clark. People like Craig Hubie, Mark Sneed going to Hal Weller-Haraki.
But players always come and go, Bill. As soon as you hang up that jersey or you leave to go to another club, someone else has got to step up. And the players that Daryl Powell's gone out to sign in, the likes of Ben Roberts and Junior Moores, he thinks that he's brought in a couple of players in particular that could really turn this side along with Luke Gale.
There's a Catalan hand in there, so the referee says there's 6 to go for the Castleford Tigers. Everything seems to be going their way so far in Perpignan. That's going to lift their confidence. And nothing seems to be working for the Catalan Dragons. Conceding the penalties, not retaining possession. Scott Moore tries a little run. Lynch, as ever, is on his shoulder. Whitehead with the tackle. 2 former Bradford men there in competition. That kick is charged down. And Gale is the first to get to the ball. And they'll start again with the tackle count again, White clean.
Well, they do everything right. They put pressure on the kicker, but unfortunately, Elliot Whitehead just can't get to that ball because Luke Gale's aware to what the situation is, and you've got to make sure that you do know what's going on. Cover your teammates, whatever goes on, you make that he's got the ball and you push up in support like they do on this occasion, or whether they know that one of the teammates is going to have pressure put on him on the last play.
Is Millington, one of the survivors of last season's very successful side. Here's Denny Solomona, had a great debut in that game against Wakefield. Well, he personally did, 2 tries. Another kick. This time it's well dealt with by big Ben Pomeroy, very tall man Pomeroy. He gets to the restart very quickly, and the Castleford Tigers weren't so quick.
Well, the Dragons will just be relieved to get back possession. I think the charge down and the kick pressure from Thomas Boss was a legacy of that Ben Roberts kick that ultimately gave Castleford for the first try. They've got to get that balance right. Yes, you've got to put kick pressure on, but sometimes you're as well not to go for the ball, but just to make the player that's kicking it just feel your presence, feel your breath, just enough to put him off.
Lima was playing the ball. Now here's Louis Anderson, converted to prop. He's a very successful convert to that role. The former New Zealand Warrior did it last season. That's a high kick, but no trouble for Justin Carney gathering that one. No pressure on him.
That's a good take. That's a very good take. He's running backwards to catch that ball. Not only does he catch the ball, he gets a quick tap and sets his teammate Michael Shenton away.
It's a good response from the Castleford Tigers.
And I think I'm seeing a bit of fatigue now. It was Elliot Whitehead who Justin Carney just swatted off. He's an exceptional defender, very low on energy. Expect to see some rotation, some changes in the middle. Some of the big players, Muniz, Anderson, Lima might get rotated.
That ball's gone to ground.
Did that come off Ben Pomeroy? Did he stick his right arm up?
The way things are going, that's probably a positive result for the Castleford Tigers there. No, not on this occasion.
Well, even a scrum is a chance to catch your breath, Bill. When you defend it as the Dragons have been doing, even a scrum is a chance to just catch your breath, regather, possibly a bit of information coming from the sideline, maybe a bit of information from your captain or your scrum half, but that's just a dead set drop by Oliver Holmes.
Referee's called time off just while one of the Tigers, I think it's Dennis Solomona, has a bit of treatment. So Catalan in possession. Willie Tonga plays the ball. Henderson, Zeb Tyre. Eloy Pellissier on the field. Well, he'll add a little bit of liveliness if the Catalan Dragons were flagging a bit. Could have had 2 tries against St Helens in round 1. Just got the one. Probably still kicking himself. The second one that got away when he got the ball over the line. Couldn't ground it properly. Could have made a big difference in that very close game. Giroud, Louis Anderson. Tigerish defence from the Castleford Tigers side. Rain still coming down as Giroud delicately places that kick in between Solomona and his fullback.
That's a better kick, even though there wasn't as much height and time on it. It was into space. The Catalan Dragons all knew the script. They all got on board, and it was an intact chase. A couple of changes in the middle, as we suspected. Pellissier and Oliver Lima will come on and they'll spice things up. The very abrasive players get under the skin of the opposition.
Millington, Roberts, Shenton, they're always looking to find Carney's wing. That Shenton-Carney combination, very threatening. Fifth tackle as Millington plays the ball. Roberts with the kick. Is that out in the fall? It was. And that's really the first foot put wrong by a Castleford player in this game so far.
Well, he was looking to turn Catalans around, kick the ball into the corner, walk to the scrum, and then come up with a big set of 6 in defence. Now from that kick, as Thomas Boss takes a breather in this game, Catalans have the ball and they're in Castleford's half. And Catalans need to complete this set of 6, build a bit of pressure, exactly what Castleford have done in the opening 20 minutes.
I was just going to say that, Tez. We'll see what Castleford's attitude is like to doubling up on their efforts. I know that Darryl Powell looked at that in particular, really called his players out and said, I'm not sure you were at the races in those last 10-15 minutes. Well, they're going to have to stand up, defend and put some effort in.
Well, that's a worry for the Catalan Dragons, isn't it, with Bosk off after 20 minutes?
I think what they've done is they've put Henderson in and they'll keep those players, they'll keep it nice and tight. If we remember back to last week, Ian Henderson started the game in the half-backs.
Bosk, of course, picked up that knock at St Helens, had to leave the field. a concussion assessment.
Well, Ben Roberts just gets his head in the wrong position there from the big Catalan centre. Ben Pomeroy.
He is a big man, Ben Pomeroy. Very awkward to stop.
Well, he just picks Ben Roberts out. Ben Roberts thought he was going to go on the outside. He was going to be taking Oliver Holmes on. But then all of a sudden he steps off his left. He goes straight into the little half-back.
Coming up, of course, next weekend we've got World Club Series action. Begins on Friday at 7:30 Sky Sports 1 when Warrington take on St George Illawarra. Then on Saturday, great reunion between Wigan and the Brisbane Broncos. 7:45 Sky Sports 1 for that one. And then it all culminates with the champions going head-to-head. Saints against South Sydney, and that's on Sunday at 6:45, again on Sky Sports 1. It's going to be a great weekend.
Well, look at Scott Giroux bouncing up and down. He wants to get on with it. He knows that his side have been the one that's under pressure. He wants to try and now turn the screw on Castleford.
Is the tide turning in Perpignan as Olivier Elmer plays the ball? The crowd finding their voice as Elliot Whitehead takes that ball in. Dream team player last season, Catalan's only man to make their grade. And here is Ian Henderson crawling backwards towards that Castleford try line. Short pass, finds Zeb Tyre. He is over the try line. Can he get the ball down? It's another call for the video ref. Louis Anderson thought he saw a glimpse of that ball touching terra firma. And I don't think James Child was convinced, but he wants his video refs to take a look, Stuart.
Well, he's called that the ball's been held up. He's asking the video referees to check to see whether there's an angle that shows anything different.
I think he's right, Stuart.
Well, the ball's very close to the floor there, and I think there's a Castleford arm underneath it. So certainly at first look, it doesn't look like he's got down. But of course, until it's actually stopped moving, the tackle, he's still allowed to put the ball down at any point in that until the referee blows the whistle.
It's Junior Moores, isn't it, who's involved in the tackle. Jordan Tanzi trying to hold the player up. Junior Moores is in charge of the ball. Has he managed to stop? I think he's half a chance here, me.
Well, we haven't seen anything yet that shows that the ball's on the ground, so you'd think so far they're looking at going with the decision that James Charles has made.
Is it not touched there?
I don't think so. I think it's still on the arm.
You see the ball there?
You can see the ball.
But there's an arm underneath it. There's something underneath it.
Just have a look at the effort, though, from Zeb Tyre here. Trying to spin out the tackle with 3 players trying to hold him up.
Well, that was the stuff
like
that
the
was
ball's on
missing
the floor,
last week from the Dragons.
So have you changed your mind, Stuart?
Well, it looked like the ball was on the floor on that angle. I'd like to see that one again.
All you need to do is listen to me, Stuart. I keep telling you.
I don't get any
Have you
option
changed your
button.
mind, Stuart?
On that last view, I would like to have another look. I would like to be certain. But it certainly looked like there's something on the floor there.
Well, the video
There
refs
we go.
do not agree. Well, they do agree with Stuart. They don't agree with Barry.
You know, good defence, that.
He
Good
changed
defence.
his mind, Bill.
Good defence from Castleford.
Don't be saving him. He changed his mind.
Okay, mate, yeah.
Play continues with the Catalan Dragons looking to get their first points of the game. It's been a great first half so far for the Castleford Tigers. That ball has come loose, it's been knocked on, and it continues
Penalty.
to look good. I beg your pardon, the ball was stolen. They were celebrating for a moment there, the Tigers.
I think they were kidding though as well. I think that's a great call. 2 or 3 players. I'm always suspicious. In a tackle that has 2 or 3 players, when a ball comes free, I'm always suspicious.
Here is Olivier Elmer, a former Castleford Tiger, albeit for 1 game. But that's where he had a brief spell. Scored a try as well in that 1 game. Here is the man who was denied a try a few moments ago, Zeb Tyre. And it's the Castleford Tigers defending right on their own try line. That ball charged down, and Lynch has gobbled it up. The whole field ahead of him.
He was begging for somebody to tackle him then. But what about the involvement? What about the involvements of Scott Giroux? When we get a chance to watch him in that last third of the pitch, we'll see him marshalling, pushing, pointing, all the contributions, all the touches of quality are coming from that man.
Good little run from Welsh international Michael Channing. So the Castleford Tigers still leading by 6 points to 0. The try from Justin Carney, converted from the very edge of the playing field by Luke Gale, and it's been great stuff so far from this Tigers side. Really determined to atone for their slip last week as Gale hoists that kick, and it's an almighty one. What a take from Denny Solomona. What a try from the former Melbourne Storm man, if it's awarded.
That's quality. That is sheer quality.
James Childs saying he thinks he's offside.
Yes, the touchers must have called him offside on the far side. So we need proof that he's onside for this try to be awarded. Whether it will actually appear in the camera shot.
He's just out a shot outside Channing, but just watch the way that Luke Gale adjusts that ball. He wants to get maximum flight, height, twist. It's a wonderful kick.
He's onside.
He's onside. He's come from behind Channing.
It's Solomona on the wing that you're looking at.
He's onside. He's got to be onside.
Well, they've got to have proof for that.
They've got to
find proof. The referees sent it up as a no try, so we need to find an angle that shows him onside for the try to be awarded.
Were you not happy with that last angle, Stuart?
Well, that's not.
No, because he's not in the angle. He's not in the shot there. You can't prove that he's onside. And
but he's come. If you look at Michael Channing, who's the next man in, Solomona has come from behind Channing, and Channing looks onside.
If we had the old system, the video referee would be looking at that, and he wouldn't be able to see whether he's onside or not. The referee wouldn't have made a decision. On the system this year, the referee's already sent it up as a no try, so there has to be proof that the opposite is the case.
I think Bill's giving it. The case is Channing looks like he's onside and Solomona's behind him.
But you can't see the player. You can't see that player. They cannot give this try because you can't see whether the player's onside or not. So you've got to go with the referee's decision.
Well, it was a fantastic piece of athleticism from Denny Solomona. He got 2 tries against Wakefield last week. He got tries pre-season against Doncaster and Widnes. He should have another one with this one. That's, I think, the majority view here.
Yeah. No try.
But he ain't going to get it. That seems to be the body language coming from the referee.
And that's the system. That's the system that's in place this year. The referee sent it up as a no try, and they have to be able to prove that it is a try. And you can't see Solomona, so you cannot prove it. So that's why the try is disallowed.
Denny Solomona might have been penalised for being too quick there.
Or not in.
It was a good take. Field. And it was a good take as well from the Castleford winger. To get that ball, he had Vincent DePaul in his eye line. Vince DePaul lost that ball going over the top of his head, and he wasn't expecting Denny Solomona to come up and put pressure on him.
Well, that's a big let-off as Jason Botteri takes the ball up for the Catalan Dragons. And that's going to get the Tigers dander up.
Sorry, Bill, I was just going to say Garcia gives some impact. Nice and direct. Straight and hard up the middle.
Eleanor, as ever, arms waving, protesting. Escaray picked him out before the game. He's hardly had a look in, this talented fullback. It's been a real pack battle at times in this game, and then you've got these flashes from the Cas wingers. Should have been one each by now. That kick is hoisted. Well taken, Carney, despite the attention, and he was taken in the air.
Yeah, well, that's the side that Catalans are going to kick to, because if you have a look at who they've got outside, they've got Elliot Whitehead, they've got Ben Pomeroy, they've got Vincent DePaul. They're kicking the ball high in the air, and Justin Carney, although he's very wide and athletic, he's not the tallest, but giving that penalty away.
Did you say very wide?
In a good way, Bill, in a good way.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that Catalan defence either. Grant Millington going backwards.
And that's when we watch Catalan, when they play it physical and it's legal. They're a tough side to crack.
But they can't crack this Castleford Tigers defence at the moment. Lynch just managing to keep a hold of that. One of the senior citizens of Super League, Andy Lynch, 35 years of age, but he's signed a one-year contract extension. And then Gale hoists that kick. Well outside his 40, but clock ticking down on this first half. Keep Catalan where they've been having problems.
Well, we talked about Morgan Escaré and his lack of involvement. His forwards are certainly setting the platform in this second quarter. And the Dragons have brought on some energy. Biteria, a player me and Tez both admire. You see the Brains Trust, Fresinu, Monaghan just discussing which slight little tweaks, small adjustments, possibly going through what instructions they might give at half-time. Because even though they haven't played well, they've given penalties away, they've given possession away, they're still limited a shout at this game. The scoreline is very tight with just one try in it.
Michael Monaghan recruited to the Catalan Dragons coaching staff, having retired after leaving Warrington. Garcia grimacing in the direction of the referee. Is Jason Biteria making his 99th Catalan Dragons appearance, the Paris-born Aussie. That's a good run from Pelissier. Now he's looking for some support. He's got Zeb Tyre with him, but Tyre was immediately tackled by Denny Solomona, and Solomona clinging on, looking to see whether his teammates were getting back in the nick of time, but he couldn't get away with it.
Well, Pelissier from dummy half, as soon as he spots that a marker isn't squared or a marker's not set, he's going to get up from dummy half. He's got electric pace, and then, as always, Zeb Taylor looking to get himself involved.
Pelissier could have gone a bit further on his own there. Taylor once more gets the pass away. Escaré picks it up, but he's immediately closed down by Luke Gale. Rare bit of goal line defending from this Castleford Tigers side, who spent much of this first 40 minutes up the other end of the field or in the Catalan Dragons half. But now Catalan coming forward. Biteria taken high. Pelissier looks to the touch judge. Gale protesting, he can't get his hand out. He's going to try again, is Eli Pelissier, and he might get there. He's held up.
Oh, he's a live wire, isn't he?
Trying for all he's worth, the hooker.
And that's what you need. You want a bit of impact when the subs come on the pitch, and all the subs that have come on for Catalan have certainly added that impact.
That ball takes a ricochet. It's still ricocheting, and in the end it's Ben Roberts, I think, who just guides it over the dead ball line. There were 3 Catalan players looking to get on the end of that, and not one of them managed it.
Building pressure, playing at the other end of the pitch for Catalan is going to be special. It's going to be good for them today. Morgan Escaré and a number of his teammates were desperate for the bounce of that ball to go their way, but they're very much forcing their own luck now. Some nice offloads, some nice angled runs, really testing the Castleford fatigue levels. Another couple of big players, Crossley, Webster looking to make an impact on this game.
Half an hour gone at the Stade Gilbert Brutus in a rainy Perpignan. It's going to be nice later in the week. As Catalan come forward with Olivier Elmer. Benjamin Garcia now, just 21 years of age, and he was the find of the season in 2014 for the Catalan Dragons. Really chunky, athletic prop. Is Olivier Elmer now. He's 31 years of age, nearing 250 career appearances. The former Wakefield man plays the ball. Oof. And eventually the penalty goes to the Catalan Dragons. Garcia had time again to look to the referee after he was tackled.
Well, he doesn't go down, Garcia. He takes the high shot, has that look at the ref, thinks no better of it. I'm going to have a look what's in front of me. And then he has a go again, and obviously the path's blocked, so he just plays to the referee who awards the penalty.
Penalty count is evening up now, 5 apiece. It's with Escaré. They're not going to give him any room to manoeuvre Escaré. Henderson. Duro now. Here's Elmer. Nathan Massey makes the tackle. Castleford defending this 6-0 lead. Short pass finds Whitehead. That was forward, says the referee. just not clicking for the Catalan Dragons.
Well, that's the question you had. When Catalan made that change and took Thomas Bosch off, put Ian Henderson in the half-back position, it's an important role. That ball needed to go out the back. And it's forward, and it's handing possession over again.
Ian Henderson making his 100th Super League appearance for the Catalan Dragons. Missed a few last year, having broken his arm. And Castleford doing a good job to preserve this lead. And just doing a good job to keep the Catalan Dragons waiting there.
Well, Catalan's finishing this half the stronger. Oh, look, Pelissier. Was he going for the shoulder charge on Justin Carney, his teammate?
I saw that. He jumped up, put the shoulder in or around.
Well, he wasn't happy.
I'll tell you what.
And Justin Carney will be thankful that his teammate, Michael Channing, come in and stopped him retaliating.
Brave man, Michael Channing.
Who would you go for in that altercation, do you think?
Have a look here. There's the shoulder charge.
You get different styles with those two, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Pelissier nimble on his feet.
Yeah. Pelissier run and hide.
And Justin Carney, just a big hook.
Find him. Find him.
Run and give a hiding.
Run and give a hiding.
It's whether the officials have actually picked up the initial shoulder charge by Pelissier, because certainly you'd look at the reaction from Carney, and I think that's what James Charlie's talking to him about.
Oh, it's gone against him. For a player to react like that, Stuart, for a player to react like that, would you have thought as a referee that something must have gone on?
Well, you might think that, but you can't just make something up. If you haven't got actual evidence, if you haven't got something from the video referee, you've got to go with what you've got.
So, perhaps fortunate penalty for the Catalan Dragons. And an opportunity for them as this first half draws to a close to get some points on the board with Henderson. Escaré spun to the ground. And Escaré is still down.
Well, it was a good read by Michael Shenton in defence. There's James Child, as he gone back, was a half-back taken out off the ball.
Yeah, good spot, Tez.
A couple of players before that tackle, because there was nothing wrong with that tackle unless Michael Shenton was offside. This is the shot here on Scott Giroux, and then that's what the penalty's for off Scott Wheeldon.
It's pretty late, that one.
Yeah, it's late. There's where Escaré catches a Castleford player, and they're the ones that hurt you. The ones where you're relaxed, you're facing the other way, you don't see it. You see, you could make a case for Scott Giroux being relaxed because he's passed the ball. They're not the wind out of players.
It's getting a little bit spicy, and referee James Child telling Michael Shenton to tell his players just to turn it down a notch.
It's almost spicy when a Lima and a Pelissier are on, Bill.
Like a spicy pizza.
Stand up!
You and your stomach.
Don't grab hold of him, Ben.
Well, here come the Catalan Dragons. And a stray pass is retrieved by Morgan Escaré. Moore gets a hold of him, and Jake Webster is in there as well. Referee calls held. And they'll get another penalty. They didn't heed the call there.
Well, Luke Gale over the top. Here we go now.
I tell you what, Mike Channing's a brave level player, isn't he? He's in there again.
Well, let's be fair, Bill. Castleford, and their attitude was questioned by the coach last week. I think they're now showing altogether the wrong version of enthusiasm and passion and commitment. They've given away 8 penalties in 13 minutes now, Castleford.
Gale was annoyed because Escaré's got hold of his shirt.
There's another mismatch.
Certainly looking to do a job on Morgan Escaré.
Well, they know that he's a danger man. Morgan Escaré You need to make sure that you keep your eyes on him.
Well, Morgan Escaré's got hold of Luke Gale's shirt. Luke Gale collides with his head.
It's when he's getting up, isn't it?
He knees him in the head, I think accidentally.
I think it's accidental. I don't think there's any foul play in that.
You've done it again, and you've caused that situation. You're affecting my control of the game, and the penalty will go against you.
The penalty against us?
I'm going to speak to them as well.
He's hit him in the head.
No, go away. No, he's not. Go away, Scott. He's not.
Scott Giroux not quite able to believe that decision, and he could be marched another 10 then, couldn't he, Stuart?
Well, again, it's behind the referee's back. I'm sure if he'd seen it, or one of the officials reports it to him, that would be the case.
Is that not good refereeing, though? He's talked about he's taking the game away from him. He's warned him a couple of times. Not good refereeing, James Shell.
Well, good refereeing is getting decisions right, Tez, for one.
Well, it's getting very lively in Perpignan.
Now, this next carry, whoever's going to put the hands up for Castleford, this is what you call bravery.
I'm going to say Crossley.
I think
I'm going to say Zeb Taylor to make the tackle, and Pelissier in there somewhere buzzing about.
Oh, come on. French television, our French...
Well, there's the penalty.
We're there. Oh, and who's in there? Olivier Elmer.
I told you, it's a brave, and you've got Olivier Elmer against Webster. You had Scott Moore in the middle of it. Zeb Taylor.
Ah, the good old entente cordiale.
Well, the referee on the touch judge, he's just skirting around at the back. Olivier Elmer right in the thick of it against Justin Carney.
Jake Webster's eyes are wide open.
Catalans have a couple of players that get under your skin. When Justin Carney comes running in, here you can see Scott Wheeldon. There again, Pelissier, a shoulder charge. A shoulder charge. What's
I'm
the
not
point?
sure, Tez. I think that's a good hard shot. I think the reaction has come from the frustration.
Wasn't a shoulder
There's
charge.
two boiling kettles.
That's a shoulder charge.
No,
he's got his arm. He's got his arm around him. He's got his arm around him. His arm's out. It's not tucked in.
Stuart, I'm sorry to disagree with you. That was a shoulder charge.
No, it wasn't. I'll disagree with you as
By
well.
the definition, his arm's out.
No.
That's fine.
Michael Shenton, he's laying down the law to his team there. Might be a bit late in the day because James Child has taken its counsel from his fellow officials.
Well, you know in this...
Luke Gale, look, they need people to calm down. They're in a winning position here.
You know in this situation that whoever carries the ball, you're going to get whacked. When Catalans play like this and they start losing the marbles, start losing the composure...
I think it's Scott Moore, Tez. No, Scott Moore here. Scott Moore's reaction.
He's reacted because he thought that was a shoulder charge.
But who's throwing the first punch?
Well, Jake Webster.
I don't know.
Well, whoever's thrown the first punch, that is a shoulder charge.
No.
I'm very sorry, Stuart.
No,
I disagree.
But I'm talking to Stuart on this occasion.
No, I disagree. And the first punch I see is from Jake Webster, which then Elmer retaliates.
Well, Laurent Freysineau is down on the sidelines, wondering what the decision is going to be. Up in the stand, Danny Orr and Daryl Powell see a yellow.
Well, he agrees with you. Tezzy sent him off for a shoulder charge.
Presumably that's Pelissier. Well,
apology accepted, Stuart. Doesn't matter.
But I still don't think it's a shoulder charge. The arm's not tucked in. He's attempting to wrap it down.
It's a poor technique
and with the referee,
a bit of venom.
And with the referee and the touch judges on this, and Jake Webster, well, he's the Castleford player.
Well, Jake Webster caught one for Oliver Alima. All he's done is headbutted Alima's fist. Yellow carded for that. I'm gonna reiterate my point.
Hang on.
There's two boiling kettles here.
We just need to keep an eye on this because the players leaving left, right, and centre.
Well, Alima's. I think that's justice, by the way.
So they've lost
11-12
and Elmer.
11-12, Bill. Stop trying to count.
No.
I'll help you out.
Well, there might be more.
Well, you can see Jake Webster comes over the top. Olivier Elmer, catches him with an uppercut.
Who? Like Benjamin Garcia.
Shot out.
Benjamin Garcia just punched one of his own players.
So how come only we're getting money in the bin for coming?
Both teams have been throwing punches, but we've seen Alima and Webster connect. All right? Yes, the rest of it will go on report.
He's had a busy afternoon as James Child, and it's been threatening to boil over. The incidents have gone on report.
And here we go. Here we go again. Is it 2 points? Is it a penalty? Kick it to the corner.
Take two.
Take two. To calm it down.
Yeah.
Playing against 11 men. Bit of space.
Well, there you go. You might get your wish here now.
A bit of space.
Castleford Tigers still lead by 6 points to 0. They're up against 11 of the Catalan Dragons. They've got 12 on the field themselves. And Scott Moore, who could well have been one of those to be marched as he got involved in that incident. Certainly could. Here's Wheeldon now, just short of that try line. The ball goes to ground. Giroud will gather it. He was offside, I think.
Yeah. Well, he knew that they were stretched out on the right-hand side.
We have had a mountain of penalties in this game.
You can just see sets off too early because he knows that wide pass to Luke Gale. If he gets that, there's 4 or 5 players on the left edge that could cause Catalan's problems.
Here comes the Castleford Tigers, and that ball is lost. And the referee says it was knocked on, and a result that for the Catalan Dragons. Whitehead was in there.
Well, they've survived that onslaught. The pressure was mounting on Catalans.
Steve Crossley it was who went close.
Come up with a powerful run, just tried to play direct, get over the try line close to the posts.
The penalty count now is 7 to the Dragons and 8 to Castleford Tigers, and they've all come in this second quarter.
No penalty this last minute.
It's the last minute, keep your discipline.
Okay, heads in. Stay there, stay.
There is Olivier Elmer.
Penalty. Well, there's a penalty. Castleford all caught offside. Here's the quick kick from Scott Giroud. He knows that they're running out of time.
So up to the halfway line. Henderson, here's Vincent Dupont. Hardly seen anything of Vincent Dupont in this first 40 minutes for the Catalan Dragons. It's been a great 40 minutes so far for the Castleford Tigers. A really, well, an increasingly feisty, fiery contest. And there might be more fireworks. Another penalty, this one to the Catalan Dragons.
There's a lot of messing around at the ruck, whether it be the hookers from both sides coming in, pushing the people who've made the tackle, or whether it be the man playing the ball. And Scott Giroud, quite rightly, with time running out, he goes for the 2 points. It's been a tough encounter in this first half. Castleford, the opening 20 minutes, then it was Catalans for 15 minutes. A lot of penalties, a lot of frustration from both sides.
Well, this will be the last act, or unless something really bizarre happens, the last act of this first 40 minutes, an eventful first 40 minutes. Just the one try, that going to Justin Carney. Really delicate piece of finishing, and delicate, not a word that you'd really associate with that first 40 minutes. Scott Giroud from virtually on the halfway line. Can he get some points on the board for this Catalan side? On target, but just drifting away, as has that first half for the Catalan Dragons. Very satisfying from the Castleford Tigers' point of view. They lead by 6 points to 0 at the break. Just the one try, Solomona with the kick, and finished off in fantastic fashion by Justin Carney. We're back after the break.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of Rugby League on Sky Sports.
Would you pay for this meal?
£7 or £8.
Deal.
Don't be fooled. Try the new Long Rodeo Barbecue Cheeseburger with the fries and drink for just $3.79. Only at Burger King.
Where am I?
Oh, where?
I can save you guys on your pound insurance.
Left, right.
Run!
Oh, when? Up.
Help!
Let's just provide 24-hour customer support by phone, email and online chat.
I guess that works too.
Visit us at quickquid.co.uk.
McCoy's knows a thing or two about real men, and it's time to celebrate the real McCoys in football. What the fans give, they generously give back. The great role models of the game. Look at this guy. Nothing is too much for his fans. He'd give you his shampoo contract and not think twice. It's time we honoured the real McCoys in football. Grab a bag for a chance to win 2-for-1 tickets and nominate now to win Sky TV with Sky Sports for a year.
The last goal doesn't matter. The last victory, already forgotten. Yesterday is gone, lost in the record books. But today is up for grabs. Unpredictable, unwritten, undecided. Now is ours. Do something and be remembered, or do nothing and be forgotten. No one owns today. Take it.
Mr. Gray will see you now.
Welcome to my world.
Shall I tell you something very interesting about this place? You cannot die or be buried here. Those are the laws. This place is a forensic treasure house.
The drama everyone is talking about. Fortitude on Sky Atlantic HD. Catch up on the series so far on demand now.
Join the Magic Man, Paul Merson and myself on the Fantasy Football Club. Catch up now on demand or via skysports.com, Fantasy Football.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of Rugby League on Sky Sports.
Well, only 6 points in it in Perpignan between the Catalan Dragons and the Castleford Tigers, but that doesn't tell the story of what has been an eventful first 40 minutes, which ended with 3 players watching from the sidelines having been sin-binned by referee James Child. Just the one try, Barry, but a lot more to talk about other than that.
Well, we've had the good, the bad and the ugly. Well, take a look at the good. Fantastic piece of skill. Puts it right into the path of Justin Carney. Just gives him enough space to keep on the island, puts the ball in his right hand, knowing that if his body goes over the line, he can at least get it down. That was the good. We'll have a look at a little bit of bad luck, in my opinion. Zebtire gets over the line. And the more times I watch this, the more times I genuinely think in the last second, that ball is on the floor and grounded. But nevertheless, Castleford Tigers resilient on the goal line on quite a number of occasions.
Well, James Child couldn't award this try. Help from his touch judge. He thought that Denny Solomon was offside, and when it goes upstairs to the video referee, it was inconclusive. But I think if you look at Channing, the man at the bottom of the screen, he stays onside. Gale kicks the ball, and then Channing crosses the 30-metre line before Denny Solomon. Denny Solomon just comes into shot there. He chases really hard, and he catches this ball. Look at the focus here from the Castleford winger. That was a fabulous take. And the try wasn't awarded, and then all of a sudden starts turning a bit nasty. The accidental clash from Luke Gale's knee, and then the penalty, the shoulder charge from Policia, and then all of a sudden it all erupts. Scott Moore goes in there, there's punches thrown. Straight away Olivier Elmer comes in to protect his teammate, and it's just going off left, right and centre.
And things like this happen in the game of rugby league. We don't like to condone it, but it happens. Tempers boil. There's 3 yellow cards, 2 for the Catalan side and 1 for the Castleford side. But I'm sure that the coaches will be saying, let's get back to some rugby league now.
The team that comes out in this...
Foul in the box! What's the word from the hot seat, Loro? Who's going to make me some cheeky?
Bet Victor. The best odds on the Premier League, most often 4 years in a row. You're off your rocker.
For our best odds on the Premier League, bet Victor.
I want to feel like I'm an astronaut.
I love gadgets. I love the lights and you close the door.
Bum, bum, go!
You get in your car, she's sitting down.
Business class.
It's exciting.
Heads blown in the wind. I think me and cars were meant to be.
I'll be a very good driver. Ooh, little Miss Show Off.
This weekend at Homebase, there's never been a better time to make your home uniquely yours. With 15% off everything, in-store and online. Homebase, make your house your home.
People think Californians are just a bunch of dreamers.
With our heads in the clouds.
Like a bunch of space cadets.
What?
Huh?
Line.
We're just like everyone else.
We put our board shorts on, one leg at a time.
Start dreaming big. Fly to California with British Airways for 7-night holidays from £599 per person. Book now at BA.com. Atoll protected.
They challenge us. They take us to worlds full of heroes and titans. For Respawn, building the best interactive entertainment begins with the cloud. This is Titanfall. The first multiplayer game built and run on Microsoft Azure, empowering gamers around the world to interact in ways they never thought possible. This cloud turns data into excitement. This is the Microsoft Cloud.
Jeff and his companion here are the same age and love long walks on the beach. For some sites, this is enough to make them a match. At eHarmony, with our 29 measures of compatibility, we partner people on the stuff that counts. So you know an eHarmony date will give you butterflies, not the hump. eHarmony, the brains behind the butterflies. Try eHarmony for free, only from now until Tuesday, and start talking to your matches today.
Manchester City looking to put pressure on Chelsea. Everton need to wake up and wake up now. A significant game for both clubs.
Magnificent goal! Oh my goodness!
Which side has the greater belief?
A great weekend of football. Next weekend, live only on Sky Sports.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of Rugby League on Sky Sports.
They're all in the UK now, the sides to contest the World Club Series. So welcome to St George, Illawarra, Brisbane Broncos and South Sydney for their games against Warrington on 7:30 on Sky Sports 1 on Friday for St George Illawarra. On Saturday, Sky Sports 1, 7:45 for the Broncos. And on Sunday, when South Sydney take on our champions St Helens, 6:45, Sky Sports 1 in front of us.
Take our opportunities. Let's try and get under the opposition's skin. But when we have the ball and when we're deep down in our own half, let's make sure that we're disciplined. Because both sides have shown in the first half that when you do tend to get into them or they do have the ball for long periods of time, the opposition are the ones who are giving penalties away and getting frustrated.
The players are feeling frustrated, and I'm sure that the coaches will have addressed that and said, look, get back to your jobs, let's stick to the process, stick to plan A, and let's try and make our opposition sweat a little bit, work a bit harder, and control your temper, control your passion.
Stay on side.
So the Castleford Tigers will get the second half underway through Jordan Tansey. And they're defending this slender lead given to them by that great try from Justin Carney, his second of the season. And can they capitalise on this numerical advantage they have at the moment? That was a risky offload from Elliot Whitehead.
They don't need that, Bill. They don't need that. Ian Henderson comes away from that tackle okay. I thought he was bent over then.
He didn't play the ball, I know that.
And they lost territory as a result of that.
It was a poor offload from Whitehead, but importantly he was the player. I imagine he's put his hand up, he took that carry up, and they're getting back to some normality now, the Dragons.
What's their strategy going to be for these remaining probably 7 or 8 minutes when they've still got these two players on the bin? How do they play it?
Just keep getting through our set to 6, kick the ball long, make sure we chase out, and just be prepared to kick the ball behind your opposition, turn them around and get up there and chase as hard as you can.
And take as long as you can about tackles and anything that will waste a bit of time.
Knock the ball out of play, Bill, kick it dead, do what
low
you
risk again, low risk. Don't take too much risk. So Whitehead it was in that first set of 6 for the Dragons. Turn round and offload the ball, and the faces of the Dragons players.
Garcia with the tackle on Scott Wheeldon. Wheeldon didn't appreciate that. Oh, and the charge down, and it's picked up by Scott Moore, who puts a grubber kick in. And it's with Vincent Dupont who'll try and get out of trouble, but that's going to end up nicely for the Castleford Tigers. Although referee James Child is having a word with somebody else now.
I think he's having a word with, is it Garcia for the grapple tackle? I think 2 plays previous. So they get the ricochet, Scott Moore picks the ball up, kicks it. A well-weighted kick and a good chase from Castleford. And we saw them last year, Bill, they can build pressure. They've still got the majority of players. I know they've lost some key personnel, but they've still got the majority of players from last season.
I'm questioning whether that was the right kick. I know the result was fantastic.
Oh, short kick-off. Solomona has swooped on it. And has he got that one?
Well,
I think it's gone 10, has it?
Has the ball carried 10 metres? The Catalan Dragons players knew the ball had to go 10 metres before they could touch it. So James Child thinks it's no try, he thinks it hasn't gone 10 metres, so that'll be what the video referee is looking for on this occasion.
High risk again, Bill.
From a goal line dropout, the ball has to go 10 metres before anybody can actually touch the ball.
Is that a penalty to Catalan?
That will end up as a penalty to Catalan on the 10-metre line, yeah.
And you know, when this ball bounces up, Dennis Solomona's running onto that ball, and it's very hard to leave it. You think, can I, yes, I'm going to get it. You can't wait, but I agree. Is that a confident side, Barry? For a confident play from Catalan?
It's
a risky
unaware of circumstance, or not bothered about outcome, definitely.
Well, again, this goes down to the process. It's very close, is whether the ball has actually crossed the plane. And the referee's already said no try, so it's very difficult to prove one way or the other. So we end up with a penalty 10 metres out in front of the posts.
But very nearly a try for Dennis Solomona. It's denied a second time.
So that's a team that's put on a play like that with 11 men. 10 metres from the line, they give a penalty when, and all of a sudden, they're defending the try line.
So you'd advise against that?
I'd just kick it long. Obviously, they come up with the ball, so...
Well, Tez already talked about playing the clock down, and I'm sure that Lauren Fraser will say, enough's enough now, fellas.
That was a dangerous play.
Here is Zeb Taya. He could have had a try in that first 40 minutes, but that was denied by busy video refs Thierry Alibert and Peter Brook. Now here's Willie Tonga, and Tonga gets the pass away to Dupont, but the winger couldn't take the pass. Not sure that was the right option, because Vincent Dupont was going nowhere.
No, they've had a crack down the short side. They think they've seen a mismatch in numbers, but it's the offload that I think is the mistake. It's down near the knees of Vincent Dupont.
Willie Tonga, who had a very brief debut against St Helens last week when he got that early tackle all wrong and had to leave the field. There he is, just behind Zeb Taylor, but once he gets into the groove, the former Queensland origin player could be a great signing for this Catalan Dragons side, but struggling here so far, the Catalan side. They struggled at the start of last season as well. They lost games early on before Laurent Freysinou turned things around, and they went on a great run that took them into the playoffs, and then within 80 minutes of a grand final appearance before going down St Helens, Duro has stifled that one. Moore will chase him, but Duro on his return to the side will get a try for the Catalan Dragons. Unless we go to the video ref again.
We might be a problem with his foot just as he dives over. I think that's the concern. It's gone up as a try, so that's certainly a start to the process. It's almost the last steps of Scott Giroux just as he goes over.
He's onside, that's for sure. That's the poacher's instinct, and that's the no fear of failure that he's been playing with his game. And you could argue the team has been playing.
Oh, he's put his foot in touch. Would you believe it?
Well, Scott Moore, let's credit Scott Moore. He's got back and chased, made that difficult for him.
I think his foot's in touch before that ball's down on the ground.
Yeah.
If you will wear these very bright green boots on a white line.
If he has white boots on, he scores that try. Is that what you're saying?
Could be the answer.
Or green boots.
But he's got to get the ball down before his foot touches the line, and you certainly see the foot touch the line at that point, and I don't think the ball's down there. I've got to say, it's great work from Mark Craven, the touch judge, to stay with that all the way down.
And on this one, Stuart, I am with you.
That's a start. But I think his foot's in touch before he puts that ball down. I think this will be no try.
A wry look on the face of Scott Giroux. He knows it's just a fraction that has cost him that try.
Well, there's just little things in this game that's not going for Catalans. 6 points behind on the scoreboard, 11 players on the pitch, and then a breakaway, and for all money you think that is going to be a try. I know Scott Moore was putting pressure on him, but just a little step inside and he'll be kicking himself here. He does everything right. He pins his ears back. He knows that Scott Moore's chasing hard, and he does everything that he needs to do. He's still looking over his left-hand shoulder to see where Scott Moore is, and that's a wasted opportunity.
Is the man who has scored a legitimate try in this game, the only one, Justin Carney. Jason Bateri just taking a knock there as he tried to stop the tank on the flank. He's okay. Play will continue. Here's Steve Crossley looking for another chance in Super League. Crossley was with the Bradford Bulls and then had a time playing Championship Rugby League, but Daryl Powell willing to give the former Featherstone player a go, believing he can make the step up. Oliver Holmes plays the ball. Now then, Castleford with Michael Channing. Channing, he's got great feet, but he's in touch, I think he is.
That's good defence. We've been saying early on in the second half, down to 11 men, they're working very hard from the inside because they're pushing Castleford towards the sideline, and I've never seen a touchline miss a tackle. Just working very hard for each other, and these are the times when you know you need to work hard. When that ball goes away from you and the opposition have got that numerical advantage, you've just got to keep making sure you turn up for your teammates, you turn up on every single play, and that is excellent play from Catalans.
So Catalan, well, the whitewash was in their favour that time. Channing's shoulder just touching the white line as he was looking to get on the outside. And the 11 men of the Dragons are doing a good job here. They've denied Castleford the chance to capitalise, and they've spent most of it going forwards. They've done more with 11 men than they did when they had 13 on the field.
Well, I wonder whether it's the numbers or it's at half-time. It's just turned in
who it is.
To a bit of a sloppy game now.
Here is Whitehead, Super League's top try-scoring forward last season, Elliot Whitehead. Still looking to get on the scoreboard this season. Henderson appealing that was high on Benjamin Garcia on the last. Needs a good kick from Giroud. Dinks it over the top against the great Escaré will chase. The man we picked out as the threat has delivered. I wonder whether we'll get a straightforward decision on this one. We do. The try is awarded. I think for the first time in the game.
I think that's the first clear try. There's only been one. But we've had plenty of decisions go to the video referee. They're obviously confident that Escaré is onside on that one.
Well, Scott Giroud, he puts his hand up. And again, the little look over his right shoulder. He knows exactly where his fullback's going to come from. And Morgan Escaré times his run to perfection. The Catalans are now back in the game. And it's a different attitude. It's a different Catalans in the second half.
Well, that's an important contribution from Scott Giroud, who I'm sure will be feeling really bad about putting his foot into touch. He dives over, tucks the ball under his arm, chews up a couple of vital seconds, but the man who's going to convert the try would have been mightily relieved when Morgan Escaré gets on the scoreboard for the Dragons.
Great to see Scott Giroud back in Super League after the problems he's had with that brain tumour that almost put an end to his career. And no sooner has he recovered from that than he ruptures a bicep. And in fact, he injured an ankle in pre-season training. He's due a good run, is Scott Giroud.
Well, I think he's just as important as Todd Carney.
Yeah.
I think he'll provide that supporting role that Todd Carney needs. Very much a maverick player, special player, Todd Carney. We haven't watched him on Sky Sports on Super League yet.
Well, Todd Carney, this, if he kicks it, will take him beyond, Scott Giroud rather, will take him beyond 600 points for the Catalan Dragons with that conversion. Well, that levels the scores.
Another skillful kick. Scott Giroud puts the banana kick from one side to the other, looks one way, kicks the other. Famed, of course, from Andrew Joy-Jones back in his Newcastle Knights days. Wonderful piece of skill from both players.
And Giroud himself, a former Newcastle Knight. Hoping for a big season. Oh, Olivier Elmer is back on.
Help! Release!
The Sinbinners have returned.
And there's Pellissier behind the ruck. Let's hope they can keep everything under wraps.
Weather seems to have improved as well. It's brightening up in Perpignan. We've got scores level, the sides level in terms of players on the field. Here is Pellissier. Kick is charged down, but it goes straight into the arms of Escaré. And Escaré will have a go. Stumbles. Webster will try and close him down. Justin Carney came in hard there. Well, this could be a resumption of hostilities.
He thinks he sees an open door. Morgan Escaré runs through it. And the barn door, Justin Carney, watch this. He knows it's coming, but he can't do nothing about it.
I think he's got him right underneath the chin, hasn't he? So this should be a penalty to Catalan.
Well, we saw last week Patrick Arvan sent off at Widnes. The same referee, the same sort of tackle. Is that a send-off, Stuart?
On that evidence, it certainly is. There's no difference between the two tackles.
So is that the consistency that we're looking for?
Well, we'll see what happens here.
He's gone high. There's Justin Carney. We mentioned earlier on his disciplinary failings that have cost him time on the pitch.
Well, Jérôme Guisset going mad on the sideline.
Escaré is back on his feet.
So, he's not been sent off, it's a penalty, and he's not been sent to the sin bin.
The only thing I can say is there's a different set of officials on the field. It's the same referee, but different information might have got to the referee. On that occasion, certainly the referee's running from behind play, and you do rely on the other officials to give input to come up with the right decision. You know, perhaps that information hasn't been given to him today.
very diplomatically put, I thought. So Scott Giroux will try and capitalise by putting the Catalan Dragons in front for the first time in this game. Head on to the posts. He missed with one just before half-time. He's converted that Escaré try. And Giroux, eyes down, straight between the posts, and the Catalan Dragons supporters a lot happier now. The side's come from 6-0 down to lead by 8 points to 6, and judging by that tackle from Justin Carney, there is plenty of spice left in this game still.
Well, when you play a contact game, there's obviously tackles that are going to go wrong, and when Justin Carney's on the pitch, he's going to make sure that he gets up and he intimidates the opposition. And when Morgan Escaré gets that ball and he's running down the field and Justin Carney comes across, obviously a mistimed tackle. But now this is the first time that Castleford have been behind on the scoreboard.
I think that's 18 penalties in this game so far, Stuart. That's going some, isn't it?
It is, but when you look, I'm not so sure which ones we could say that
they are penalties, aren't they?
Choosing. They're all penalties, you know. And we had a similar situation last night. A lot of it's to do with the way the game's being played by the players, and he's trying to react. I'm sure he would like to pull himself out of this if he could, but there's just no option at the minute.
And a question I'd like to ask a former referee, a former player to a former referee: how much of an influence can a referee have when he starts to feel it boil?
Well, it's a bit like playing. You've got to know when your intervention comes. You've got to time it right and give the right message to the players. You know, it's all about setting up the game properly. And certainly on this one, the players don't seem to want to settle down and get on with the game.
Well, Castleford Tigers are desperate to get off the mark, desperate to make amends for letting that winning position slip against Wakefield last week. Boos for Justin Carney. Referee calls held. Can just about hear him above the noise from this partisan crowd in Perpignan.
And that's how you have to deal with Justin Carney. Make sure the ball finds the ground. Make sure that it bounces either behind him, in front of him, and the chase has got to be really good. As soon as he catches it, you've got to make sure you come up with a decent contact.
Here is Scott Wheeldon. Joined the Castleford Tigers early last year from the London Broncos. Scott Moore, a former Bronco himself. Steve Crossley then. There is Moore. Inside the 40. Good deep kick, but straight into the arms of Michael Oldfield, who's hardly had a look in this game, the winger. Here is Henderson, the Scottish international, darting run from him.
Well, 2014 was all about skillful kicks, and how many times did Bosch put that kick up and find Oldfield, find players who were leaping into the air to try and catch it. Whitehead, Pomeroy. I think that might be something they might revisit this week, especially when they get somebody who kicks the same, or kicks with the standard and the quality of Todd Carney.
That ball gone to ground. Channing gobbles it up over the top to Solomona. Now we've seen already that Denny Solomona has fantastic pace. No chance for him to use it then as Vincent Dupont stops him in his tracks. It's Gale. That's a poor pass, goes to ground. There's a Catalan boot in there. Will they get their head and feet at the scrum?
They're putting pressure on Ben Roberts with that pass. Only round two. The execution's not going to be there, whether it be in attack or in defence. But a poor pass here from Luke Gale to his half-back partner. He has to come in the field. I don't know whether Luke Gale was thinking one of the big fellas were going to come short of him. But there was no one there to turn up for that ball, and they turned the ball over.
Olivier Ellemer catching his breath. Not tempting fate here, I hope. It does seem as though things have simmered down a little bit. Here's Henderson. Catalan having the better of this second half so far. They've managed to turn the scoreboard around. They lead by 8 points to 6.
I'm sorry, Bill. Lots of teams, when they start off, the timing's not right in the tackle, the timing's not right in the plays. They get frustrated. They've been doing pre-season training for 3 or 4 months, and all they want to do is get out there and put in a good show. Now, when things don't go right, that's the time when sometimes it boils over.
Here is Greg Muniz. Cries of forward from the Castleford ranks. Escaray runs into Jake Webster, and that's not advisable. Giroud kicks cross-field. The ball high in the air. It's batted down. Oh, Whitehead, it was there for him for a moment. The referee will bring it back.
Kicks to the corner, Bill.
It was on the last, it'll be the turnover. Here is Carney, scorer of that Catalan try. Ooh, was he lifted then?
He was lifted, but he's put down safely. He didn't go above the horizontal.
It's been a big effort from the Castleford Tigers. And not square. Well, Elwar Pelissier can't complain. Referee gave him the call.
Well, it was the speed of the play, the ball, the Castleford player getting up quick, which meant that the markers weren't set for Catalans. And then Scott Whelan hit a real good line to get behind the ruck. Steps off his foot, lands on his front.
I'm sure the players get frustrated when they play the balls messy. I'm sure they get frustrated when the markers aren't set. And Brian Carney, our Sky Sports colleague, has come up with a really good point. When you watch the play the balls, how many times does the player actually touch the ball with his foot? If you made every player touch the ball with his foot, that would give the markers enough time to get directly behind one another and the defensive line get back. And by resolving that one little thing, you might clean everything up.
Here's Channing. Scott Wheeldon. Still a quarter of the game to go. Still time for the Castleford Tigers to get their noses back in front, and they're coming looking now with Shenton back in field to Carney, and Carney always threatening, but he's lost the ball. Has it been stolen or was it a knock-on? The way this game has gone, your first reaction now is to think there must be something nefarious going on, but there wasn't on this occasion.
I think that was just a knock-on, and I can't remember many times in this game when the ball has gone to the left for Castleford. You can see that it's just the sheer impact on the ground where he loses the ball, but the ball's not gone to the left. Give Michael Shenton early ball, and he's very dangerous, the Castleford captain, the number 4. He's got fabulous balance. He brings his winger, Justin Carney, onto the ball and creates so many opportunities. And they were lethal last year, that left edge.
Just 8 points to 6 between these two sides. Well, we saw a tight game between Hull and Warrington in round 2 of the first Utility Super League. The Wolves winning that one by 7 points to 6. This is shaping up to be one of those. There's Zeb Taya. Look of Javier Bardem, the actor, about Zeb Taya with this new look. Mean, moody Mexican. It's relentless, this is, isn't it? It really is a brutal one, this game.
But it's good stuff, Bill. Unlike the first half, it's good stuff.
Here he is.
Nice tussle, nice arm wrestling.
Tell you what, this is no country for old men, this game.
Well done, Bill.
Here is Giroud. Well, Jamie Peacock, Andy Lynch accepted.
Adrian Morley. Kyler Luluai.
Okay. Point taken. Knock on. Denny Solomona, it was down by his toes.
Overplaying on player 1. Trying to get on the outside of Catalans. I'm not sure who feels more under pressure. Catalans playing at home. Know that they finished off the season very strong last year. Started the season very poorly, losing the opening 5 games, or Castleford, who was probably the success story of last year. That pass was never on.
But Cass, in fact, have lost the last 4 matches, if you include the end of last season. You know, there is a bit of pressure on them in that respect.
Pressure's only what you put on yourself, though. So for Castleford to go out there and feel that they're under pressure, maybe that they want to set them standards high and keep them high. Obviously, when things go wrong, sometimes you've just got to rein it in a bit.
They've got a tough couple of weeks coming up as well, the Castleford Tigers. Next 2 fixtures, St Helens away and at home to Wigan in Super League.
So it's important for them that they come up with a good performance here, go back home with the 2 points before they take on those big challenges.
But here come the Catalan Dragons with Elliot Whitehead. Good defence. Shenton, the captain, leaving the way. That ball has come out.
He never had control of that ball, did he?
Well, he was looking to offload the ball, and he actually, I think, with hands around it, he lost it. So James Charles gave him the benefit of the doubt and gave him the ball back.
Woof. Generous call, perhaps, from the referee. Whitehead could have paid the price there, as it is. Castleford Tigers might pay the price. Here's Giroud. Giroud, short pass. Zebtaya takes that one. It was forward as well, I think.
That's Luke Gale. Holy moly. I think Zebtaya's got up, looking for a big forward. What about this? Get a bit of shoulder into you.
Do you know, he cuts a really good line, Zebtaya. But Luke Gale doesn't take his eyes off him. And as soon as he sets back to come inside of Luke Gale, he hits him with that left shoulder.
If Morgan Escaré is round the back of that play is on.
Here come the Castleford Tigers from deep in their own half, and Catalan Dragons hoping to keep them down there. Good stinging defence from this Catalan side. Holmes felt that. Here's Scott Wheeldon. Ever willing Wheeldon. Muniz could have been penalised there, and Scott Wheeldon felt so as well. Little shove maybe as he got to his feet. Oh, dainty offload. Now Liam Finn has come off the bench. Finn having to make way for Ben Roberts in this game. Very experienced practitioner.
Sorry, Bill, we were talking about it before the game. We think Liam Finn, who's played a lot of his rugby at 9, will look after that dummy half. Very direct, accurate passer of the ball. He'll look after that. Give Scott Moore some rotation and just change up the options around that play the ball area.
Big week coming up next week with the 2015 World Club Series. Warrington against St George Illawarra kicks it off next Friday, 7:30 Sky Sports 1. We're at Wigan for the Warriors against the Broncos, 7:45 Sky Sports 1 next Saturday, and then it culminates in Saints against Souths. Sunday, February 22nd, for that World Club title, 6:45 Sky Sports 1. Really looking forward to seeing our Australian visitors in action. They're all over here now in their hotels, or out shopping.
We'll be watching this, Bill. Come on.
Here is Scott Giroud. Giroud, bamboozles the cover, then chips the kick in. Pelissier will chase, but well read by Jordan Tansey. He gets away from one, gets away from two. Little pass finds Channing. Channing gets away, looking for some support. Channing almost gets the pass. Luke Gale cracking the whip in the background.
Well, Jordan Tansey puts himself in a good position, and he knew that Scott Giroud was going to maybe chip that ball over the top. He had to be in position to take it. Not only does he take it, he sets Michael Channing free.
Here's Jake Webster. Once a Melbourne and a Gold Coast, Jake Webster career really almost came to an end a year or so ago with a knee injury last September, but has done well to get back into the firing line, Jake Webster. Wheeldon wearily trying to get to his feet, and Roberts hoists that one. That's one for his outside men to chase, and Carney is chasing, and Morgan Escaré looked up, thought, uh-oh, and he did well. And then Shenton, well, didn't like that, and Escaré didn't like it. He's been on the receiving end. Well, Justin Carney's got to watch his step.
He's got to be brave, Morgan Escaré, and I don't think he wants any of that. He's done his job. Everything was dealt with. There's no problem whatsoever. And then Justin Carney is obviously getting upset with something, and I'm not sure what it is. Jerome Guisset thinking, I'm glad I'm a coach now.
very Gallic look there from Jerome Guisset.
I love players when they play the game and they put everything into it, but there's nothing wrong with this. And Morgan Escaré doesn't do anything wrong.
No.
It's probably Justin Carney who's the one who's at fault, because the tackle was complete. He then picks him up, he flips him over, and then that's what the penalty's awarded for.
I'm speaking to you about your conduct. Just stand up and look at me. All right? If I have to speak to you again, I might take further action.
Might take further action.
It's called leaving your options open.
I don't think I'd take further action against him, looking at the size of him.
Well, it's a penalty in favour of the Catalan Dragons. Clock is ticking down.
And as a player, you're looking up at the clock behind the stick, 17 minutes to go, and the nerves are starting to set in, because one try, whoever scores the try, could win it. Brilliant run.
Jeff Lima,
brilliant run from Lima.
Bodies on the ground in his wake.
Well, he picked Scott Wheeldon up there.
I think one of his own's got it as well.
Now that is how you run onto a ball from a tap. Pick somebody out, go as hard, as straight as you can.
Look, Jeff Lima, though, he's hobbling.
Like a hamstring injury.
Good ball, Escaray. This is what he likes. A bit of open field, but great chase back from Solomona. Denny Solomona really showing that he's some pacey acquisition for the Castleford Tigers. Henderson, cross-field kick. Pomeroy will chase. Oldfield, up for Pomeroy. Pomeroy for Whitehead. Lovely try, well constructed from the Catalan Dragons, but will it be awarded straight away? It will. James Childs, a man of his convictions. And a cross-field kick from Henderson. Oldfield and Pomeroy doing what they did so often last season. And Elliot Whitehead was the beneficiary.
Well, it did. It worked for them so many times last year, and it's about having bodies in the frame. There's 4 white shirts, and eventually it's Elliot Whitehead, the man who made his England debut last year at Dunedin, gets his first try, certainly in this game, and he's really pleased about that.
And it's soft hands from Michael Oldfield, who jumps up, taps the ball back. He doesn't get it, he doesn't catch the ball and panic and throw it back to a man who's got a Catalan shirt on. It's a nice, simple touch, and then that's a good try.
And probably the first, if not the second, bit of composure from the Dragons side.
Well, Elliot Whitehead was a try scorer when the Catalan Dragons beat the Castleford Tigers 28 points to 6 in that decisive game last September that denied Cas the league leader's shield, and Whitehead has got the try that has put a bit of daylight, or a bit more daylight, between these two sides.
I think I said it was his hamstring that he injured, Bill. Clearly it's not. Unless that's some kind of strapping.
So Giroud, the most difficult kick he's faced all afternoon. Wide out. Still only a try and a goal between these two sides. Still time for the Castleford Tigers to turn this round. But Giroud can make life more difficult for them with this conversion from the touchline. If it's on target, it's not.
Players who have natural ability and just put themselves where the action is all the time. You've got Morgan Escaray, and then Ian Henderson. He knows that Castleford have moved up really quick on the edge, apart from Justin Carney. But then when the ball goes up to Justin Carney, he's against 2 or 3 Catalans players. Must complete set of 6 now for Catalans.
Here is Jeff Lima. Well, he's on the charge again. Oh, Carney flips him over, trying to derail the Express, and he did so.
2 moves, still got it.
Wheeldon thinking that Whitehead had lost control, but referee James Child told him he'd still got the ball. Louis Anderson. Anderson always looking to offload. Junior Moores makes the tackle. Here is Gregory Muniz.
Release, Liam.
Muniz to his feet.
That's a good one. That's what's needed.
I was just going to say that. Last tackle, play the ball quick, give your kicker some time, and buy some field position.
Oh, has that found some grass? It hasn't. Out on the full from Giroud.
Well,
he showed some rusty patches, Scott Giroud. And as we said at the start of the game, 10 games in 2 years. He'll have to find his rhythm. He'll have to find where he fits into the game, and without Todd Carney, he's got a heck of a lot of responsibility in this game today, but he'll be better from it. If you're a Catalan Dragons fan, he'll be better the next game.
There's some weary players out there now. It has been a bruising, full-on contest this between these two sides. No quarter asked or given.
There's nothing like match fitness. There's Luke Gale with a kick on the second tackle.
Looking to use Solomona's pace, and Escaray got there first.
Well, that's the danger, isn't it? Morgan Escaré not taking any chances. Dennis Solomona has shown up a couple of times in this game how quick he is. A good kick from Luke Gale. And a player that's gone into Castleford, and I think he'll really prosper. Playing with some of the big players, the likes of Nathan Massey, the likes of Andy Lynch, Grant Millington.
Really difficult place to win. Stade Gilbert Brutus. Catalan lost only one of their last 4 home games in 2014, and that was just by 2 points against Warrington. So if the Castleford Tigers can pull this one off, it'll be quite an achievement. They haven't won there since 2010. They are still in with a chance here.
Wait.
They're close to that Catalan try line.
That's not the ball you're looking for.
Massey trying to get him closer, but he's run into some stubborn defence there. Jeff Lima.
Wait. Goalkeeper quick.
Discipline has been better in this second half.
Third move.
3 tackles gone as Channing is put to ground. Here is Luke Gale. Bradford and London before this, but here comes Shenton. Shenton with Carney outside him, he's over again, but I think this time he's held up.
Good defence. That's the early ball I'm talking about. Michael Shenton let him use his balance. We're going upstairs to the video referee. Yeah, I'm not so sure this is a try. Early ball from Shenton. And then Michael Oldfield on Justin Carney. You can see that his left foot just touches the white line, Stuart.
Yeah, that's right. I think it was more for a restart than anything else. I think they were quite confident it wasn't a try. But, you know, they have the option to use that to make sure that the restart's right at this very critical time of the game.
So would it be a scrum 10 out?
It should be a scrum to Catalan, 10 metres out. Well done, Terry.
Just testing, just testing.
Well done.
You inky swat. Still looking.
This is the early ball I'm talking about, Michael Shenton. Look at his footwork here. He attracts people, and obviously could do with a bit more space. Justin Carney, the tries refused, and there's that scrum on the 10.
Oh,
just upon the cross, guys.
Justin Carney always
Actually,
a threat.
It could be last tackle, so it might be a handover.
No, it wasn't, Stuart. You've got to keep count of the tackles. That's all I'd say.
Head and feet.
If you're not sure, just ask us. We'll tell you.
Head and feet to the Catalan Dragons then, and a let-off. You have to say that, because Justin Carney from that distance is a threat. But Catalan maintaining this 12-6 lead with 10 minutes or thereabouts to go. All hope not lost, though, for the Castleford Tigers, especially when Catalan are willing to try things like that.
And I was just about to say, they don't need to win the game now, because the 6 points clear. Now all of a sudden, Gregory Muniz passes this ball here, a little twos play, tries to get Michael Shenton with a one-on-one with Elliot Whitehead. That is just not on.
I think the point you're making is a good one. They don't need to win it again. They're already in a winning position, so they don't need to throw passes like that. They do need to win it, but they don't need to win it again. They're in front on the scoreboard, keep hold of possession, and make Castleford work hard.
One stands in.
As it is, it's the Castleford Tigers who get possession. Here is Steve Crossley, who is urging his teammates to pack that scrum quickly. Urgency from the Tigers. Oh, but a stray pass goes to ground. It could work out, because Jordan Tansey picked the ball up. And Whitehead made the tackle. Lost a bit of momentum there. Finn. Here is Nathan Massey.
Move, Greg.
Massey tackled bang in front of those Catalan posts. Junior Moores, the pass intercepted by Pomeroy, and Pomeroy has got the field in front of him. Cover is coming across. Has Pomeroy got the legs? He's got the support, and the ball's gone to ground. A golden opportunity goes begging. That could have sealed it for the Catalan Dragons.
Why didn't he pin his ears back?
I think he got injured on that run.
I know Luke Gale's coming through here. Have a little look at Luke Gale. Luke Gale comes across.
He's already got strapping and tape round his car.
No.
Oldfield couldn't take the pass.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with him. He's just looking for the faster man, which is Michael Oldfield.
Yeah, I agree. And I think the twinge, the tweak, the strapping.
working.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I'm just telling you, I think his rationale was, I'll give it to the faster man, but the faster man was thinking, and he wasn't, go you good thing and put it down under the black dot.
As it is.
Well, there is a good, oh, is that a penalty?
Play on.
Play on, says the referee.
One move.
Catalan blowing a chance to maybe see off this really stubborn Castleford Tigers performance. As it is, still time for the Tigers to get their teeth into this Catalan defence once more. Junior Moores was thinking about an offload there, kept a hold of it. Scott Moore.
Good line.
Carney bursting through, ball back on the inside. They're going to pay a price for this to the Catalan Dragons, because Jordan Tanzi is going to go over near the posts. They could have been some distance ahead, the Catalan Dragons. Now they've just seen the Castleford Tigers capitalise.
We'll have a little look at the line there from Justin Carney. Goes straight between two Catalan's defenders. The foils, the dummy runners from... Knew exactly what player was coming up there, and if Justin Carney gets his arms free, he needs to be in support. Big man on little man. Morgan Escray that was attracted to the big fella in Justin Carney, and a good try. Castleford are back in this game.
And in the background there, watching Jordan Tanzi disappear into the distance, was Michael Oldfield, who just a few moments ago had the possibility of a try for the Dragons. They didn't take it, and the scores surely are going to be level any moment.
I think when both coaches review this game, they'll look at small incidents, and we saw a number of them where the ball goes behind the man, in front of the man, too low, and obviously you're highlighting the Michael Oldfield incident where he fails to catch that. Those are the small aspects of a game that when you look back, they're the difference. It was a wonderful line from Justin Carney. Good luck stopping him, by the way.
The flags go up. Gale has added the extras. The scores are level.
Well, those are the plays that players practice over and over again. Deception, lies, and Justin Carney, he knows that ball's coming. The player at the side of Liam Finn, he knows what his role is, his job is to distract the defensive line. And Justin Carney knows exactly what he's doing, where he's running, and all he has to do is catch the ball.
12 points apiece, 6 minutes to go. And who's going to get into position to have a pop at a field goal? Castleford are trying to do that now.
Well, I think it's right to ask the panel here, who do you think is going to win this game?
Go on then.
I think Cas are in the ascendancy, and I think they're the team that look like they've got the most composure.
You've just asked yourself a question.
They've gone for a 40-20 there. It hasn't worked out, and Escaray able to run that ball back. Channing stops him.
It's not worked out for them, but it's still not in their half. This is where you've got to make sure that you work really hard. I'm with you, Baz. I think that Cas at the minute, I think Luke Gale's the man who's going to slot the one-pointer over, as long as they don't give any penalties away.
Well, Scott DeRose, a very experienced drop goal provider for this Catalan Dragon side.
I'll go Luke Gale. We'll get the drop goal.
Lima plays the ball. Here is Zebtea. Offload from him, finds Henderson. Well, knowing Catalan, they'll chance their arm and try for the flash victory.
Where is it, DeRoy? Set himself at the back of the play, the ball.
Here he goes. Oh, charge down. Back to one. Giroud screaming at Escaray.
Scott Giroud just saying, get the ball centre. Look at him, pointing, directing. This is where I want you.
So this is a great opportunity now for the Catalan Dragons as Zebtea takes them closer to those posts, closer to the chance to win this game.
Look how far back Giroud is.
Lima, 3 tackles gone. Henderson, back to Giroud. Giroud this time goes for it. He's on target, or is he? Oh, right to the last. James Child, not certain.
But the players aren't certain either. No player celebrated, none of the Castleford players.
There we go. Good ball from Ian Henderson. Yeah, it goes in. hits, you can see it just clips the post on the right.
It goes in or out?
Yeah, it goes in.
It goes in. Process on this, I would think that James Chow will have to make his decision and pass it up. I didn't see what decision he did, but I think from the footage it clearly goes over.
Yeah.
So whatever the process, the goal should be awarded.
Well, has it?
Yeah. It's gone in, Bill.
It has been awarded.
It's gone in.
Just for a moment. The Catalan Dragons lead 13 points to 12. These two have never drawn before in Perpignan. 17 points apiece it was between the two of them in Castleford in 2013. And there's still time here, but Catalan will get the ball from the restart. This has been a fantastic performance from the Castleford Tigers. But unless they can come up with something in the last 3 minutes or so here, they're going to go away empty-handed.
Well, it had to go short then. There needed to be more urgency from the Castleford players, because when that ball was tapped back inside, the most urgent player was in a Catalan shirt.
This game has had everything. It's had, as Barry said at half-time, the good, the bad and the ugly. You thought he was referring to our commentary team, but no, he was describing this game. Good, the bad and the ugly, and Stuart Cummins. Here is Zebtea. Catalan turn this game around, and they're hoping to hold out for their first win of this new season as Giroud goes to the air, but Carney snaffles it. Now then, here goes Justin Carney. Is there anybody who can catch him? The cover's coming across. Carney, Dupont with the tackle, but now they're within range. What a great run out of defence from Justin Carney. Catalan can't afford to cling on too long. Oh, the pass goes over the top, and they have to go back to retrieve it by Jordan Tanzi.
Bill, that's one of those incidents. That ball has to go to hand.
Now then, will Cass go for broke here?
Will they go for the 1 point? Are they quite happy with a draw, or do they want the win?
Well, they've got tackles in the bag at them. Oh, the ball was forwards. Knock on, I beg your pardon.
Oh, Justin Carney. He gave his teammates a lifeline, took a fabulous ball above his head. And then you can see here, it's Nathan Massey. Is this ball knocked on? Garcia all over him. Yeah.
Scott Moore attacking half-back, yeah, just nudges it with his hand first, doesn't he?
Well, he gets his foot on the ball, Nathan Massey, first of all, but because it's not a clean play of the ball,
it's not a rolling ball.
It's not a clean play of the ball. That's where the hesitation comes in from Scott Moore.
Was it not a clean rolling ball because there was a Catalan boot in there?
We've seen Garcia.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
It really has been a lively game, this. Really, really exciting.
Stay. Okay, Scott.
Ill-tempered at times, dramatic now to the last few seconds, because that ball has been stolen by Finn, and there were two in the tackle, and that'll be the penalty, and that maybe last throw of the dice for the Castleford Tigers.
Well, first contact, I think Liam Finn thought that he was the only player. Look, you can see he goes in to strip the ball, and all of a sudden Scott Moore comes in, so there's two men in the tackle.
That was a let-off then for Michael Oldfield.
It was, because Liam Finn had done what he wanted to do.
He's a right to go for it, and he says he probably has to verbalise that and let everybody else know what he's thinking of doing.
Lee knows final minute, it's either a big shot that's going to dislodge the ball, or it's going to be a play like that.
Stand up! Wait, guys, just wait. Wait!
Here's Jason Bateri into the last minutes of a really compelling contest between these two. Castleford, well, they were looking to redeem themselves after letting victory slip against Wakefield last week. You've got to say they have redeemed themselves, that's for sure, with this battling performance, but ultimately they're going to get back on the plane and head for home empty-handed.
Well, that's Wakefield. They got beaten by 2 points. They've lost another game by 1 point. When you're in these close battles, and I know we're only in round 2, you need to win these games.
Saints and Wigan next up for this Castleford Tigers side. Catalan, well, they've shown their battling qualities in this game, haven't been at their best. Henderson counting the clock down, he will play the ball. The hooter still hasn't sounded. Escaré finds touch, that's dangerous, kicking across the face of Justin Carney. You're taking it Yeah, hands there, but they got away with it. They've got away with it in this one, have the Catalan Dragons. They've won by 13 points to 12. What a game. It wasn't pretty at times, but it was fantastic to watch. 13-12, the final score.
Well, compelling viewing. If you like your rugby league, rough and tough and skillful, we'd have everything today. There were a couple of no tries to start the half. We'll take a look at the first one. That ball didn't go 10 metres, so Denny Solomona, off a dropout, was penalised, and then Scott Giroux just trails a foot into touch and doesn't get those 4 points, but puts the kick in that's for the try of Escarret.
Well, Morgan Escarret is a fabulous player, and he knew that that kick was going to come in, and then all of a sudden Catalan seemed to be playing on the front foot in this second half. Nice little tap inside from Michael Oldfield, the offload from Pomeroy to Elliot Whitehead, who goes round the back, gets rid of Justin Carney. Justin Carney thinks that Elliot Whitehead's going to go in field. He's beaten by the back rower, and then that's the try. And then obviously Ben Pomeroy, when he gets this ball, he pins his ears back. He maybe should have taken this tackle. Michael Oldfield coming across, he probably had a little glance at Denny Solomona, who was coming up, and then the big man himself, who busts through there in Justin Carney, passes the ball to Jordan Tanzi. That was 12 apiece. Castleford back in this game. Both sides deserve to get a point out of this game, but then it comes down to that final 1 point. Scott Giroux, time, composure, in off the post, and they go away with the 2 points.
13-12, the final score. Giroux's one-pointer making the difference between these two sides. It has been a fantastically entertaining contest between two really committed sides. But coming up, we'll have some commitment. You can be sure of that in the World Club Series. Warrington against St George Illawarra, 7:30, Sky Sports 1. Next Friday kicks it all off at the Hallowell Jones Stadium. And next Saturday, we'll see the Wigan Warriors against the Brisbane Broncos. 7:45, Sky Sports 1 for that next Saturday. And then on Sunday, the clash of the champions. St Helens off to a flying start in this new season with 2 from 2 against South Sydney. That's 6:45, Sky Sports 1 for that. But Castleford, well, they'll look back to that disallowed Denny Solomona try in the first half. It might have made all the difference. They've lost 13-12, but what a game. Goodbye.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of Rugby League on Sky Sports.
The last goal doesn't matter. The last victory, already forgotten. Yesterday is gone, lost in the record books. But today is up for grabs. Unpredictable, unwritten, undecided. Now is ours. Do something and be remembered, or do nothing and be forgotten. No one owns today. Take it.
So I hear someone's about to have a baby. This is big news, and I'd love to help. I can check traffic and find the best way to the hospital. Can't have Dad getting stressed. When a new baby name comes to mind, I can take notes. And I can set up a reminder to pick up nappies on the way home. As for changing nappies, maybe on my next upgrade.
I can save you guys on your pound insurance.
Left, right.
Run!
Up, plan. Up.
Critical starts Tuesday 24th of February at 9 on Sky One.
You're watching Sky Sports 3, your home of tennis.